Time for a garden update. I just finished grazing on my peas. Here we have the Italian dandelion growing. I'm going to pick this and have a salad tonight. These, I think I showed these last year. These are so good. Technically, they're not a dandelion, but they look like a dandelion. They're from the chicory family, and they're Italian, so we are going to, these will grow like crazy. I'll just keep growing this and growing this and growing this. I was eating this daily last year. It just kept coming up. So I'm picking my salad. My other bib lettuce is starting to bolt, so I have to pick that. Here are four of my tomato plants, and so those are really growing nicely. They're about, 2.5 feet tall. Cherokee purple, and these are the opalkas. It's a Polish plum tomato, and these will always look like they need water, these opalkas, but they don't. They're fine. We had a lot of rain, and I don't know if I'm getting a little bit of blight. I may be seeing some blight or something. So I'm going to throw some compost tea on these this weekend. Hopefully that will help. We did have some hail. I think I see a little bit of hail damage too, but anyway, I've got 4 over here. Yeah, and those are coming along real nice. I planted my basil over here kind of within the landscape because last year it grew like a shrub within my raised bed, and so this time I'm keeping it outside of my raised bed, and it can grow as much as it wants, and I'll just try to keep it as low as possible. Over here, here's my potatoes growing like crazy. That's 4 foot wide by 4 foot wide, so kind of helps give perspective, hopefully. Looks like they're growing real nice, and I've had some flowers on the top of them. Yeah, it's amazing. This is the only plant you kind of wish would just hurry up and die so you can dig them up. But anyway, and here's my pea forest amidst my asparagus. My poor asparagus is still in there. That was the first year I planted that asparagus, but I've been feasting on all of this, all the peas. And these are really high. These are about 4 feet high. And look, those are those Lily, was it the Lily Farm Cascade peas? And these are these scrawny little, this front row here, that's the scrawny little burpy sugar snaps. They just don't produce for me. I've got them planted somewhere else in the yard, and they're just not producing either. So the Cascades are pretty good too for flavor. So this whole setup I like. I just, my poor little asparagus is trying to grow back there. That's the asparagus that I planted last year that finally decided to come up in one spot. I'll let it grow. This I thought was watermelon when I made the seeds. I mislabeled, so that's alright. This is most likely the Sleeping Beauty cantaloupe. Here's my watermelon, the Sugar Baby watermelon. And here's more of the Sleeping Beauty cantaloupe. I need to build that trellis and get that done this weekend. Here's one of the Brussels basils that I did decide to plant. So we'll see. Here's the other side of my potatoes growing like crazy. And my garlic growing. Oh, I need to show you how my onions are bulbing. Look, my onions are bulbing. I'm so excited. I'm really enjoying these onions. I never thought I could enjoy onions And that one over there is growing really nice. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry. Yeah, it's really bulbing out nicely. So, and then I really thought about it. I eat onions all the time. So, next year, we're doing a lot more onions. I'm thrilled with it. Here's my cucumber. Growing nicely. Once I put that up on the trellis, it just really was very happy. So I've got some little cucumbers growing in there. So that's good. And my Brussels sprout is surviving. Come on. Hang in there. I don't want it to bolt before it gets too hot. My red cabbage, isn't that pretty? I think that's probably almost ready to pick. These are some rogue tomato plants. I'm not sure what they are. We'll see when they grow. And then these two tomato plants I planted on purpose. I think these are Chadwick cherry. I know I need to put these in a cage. I don't want to have them sprawl out. I don't have enough room to do that. So I really think these are the Chadwick cherries. You know, it's kind of like potluck. You'll find out if you don't label what you'll get. Here are the scrawny peas I told you about. Look at that. I planted that whole row and nothing grew. But the petunias are very pretty. And I don't know how I got rogue. I got some rogue lettuce. I have no idea how. So, my beets are coming really nice. I need to pick these. Look at that. Nice beets right there. I definitely have to pick these. So, in my carrots, I actually finally have some carrots growing. I didn't have much luck last year. And I do have rogue loofah. I'll show you that in a sec. So I have rogue loofah and I'm letting it grow here. I'm going to just see what happens. I guess this is when I was composting. I had some seeds left over and they just germinated, so we're letting them grow. And I've got plenty of room back here. This is where I originally had the compost, and yep, as you can see, I also have a few rogue tomato plants, so I won't be planting a tree here till the fall, so I'm going to let this thing grow. And here's that compost bin that I filled up. It's really lowered. It's really been decomposing nicely, so I'm going to give it a turn this weekend, and I have to cut the lawn, so I'll have to harvest some more nitrogen and throw in there. Keep it cooking. So that's my garden update for today. Got a lot of work to do this weekend. I'm going to put that trellis together. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how tall that is. I mean, that is, wow, that's tall. Okay, so I've got these. And see, they all broke on the bottom because this is whitewood and the dirt, you know, and the water from last year just rotted them all. So I'm not throwing these away. I bought some cedar and I'm going to nail these on the cedar and put them next to my cantaloupe so they can climb on the cantaloupe, and it was strong. It held the cantaloupe. The cantaloupe was very happy. I didn't have to support the cantaloupe or anything, so I'll be putting that up this weekend too. A lot of work to do. Alright, thanks. I gotta go eat my dandelions. I gotta go pick some more. Bye.